All right. Going to share a few things, and I'm going to show you now before I forget. I was messing around on here tonight to try to find the winner for Wisconsin, and you'll notice I'd have it on pre-sorted AC and VTRAX combined, and you'll notice that the 1, 3, and 5 have not hit. So, I mean, it's pretty obvious that one of these is a great chance of hitting. I'm going to show you what I do, and this is tried and true. This works. It works really well, and if it doesn't hit within a draw or two, it's actually like it just doesn't happen. If you know how to time it right, it hits. So now it doesn't reduce it a ton, but it does give you a better indication as to what is to come. So for like this one here, before I refresh it, because this is what I seen today before I played, I'll show you what I was looking at. So I was looking at pre-AC, and I said there's going to be a 1, 2, or a 1, 3, or 5 on the AC. So I wrote that down. I wrote AC, and then I wrote the A, and then I X'd out the middle, and I did the C, okay? And then I did, in the A slot, I wrote 0, 5, because that's what the 1 equals. And then I also wrote 2 and 7, because that's what the 3 equals. And I wrote a 4 and a 9, because that's what the 5 equals. And I did the exact same thing in the C position, okay? Now, I didn't do anything with the B right now. And now what I want to show you is with that information, I would take it over to this old school right here. And you'll see this was what I started off with. In the A position, I said there will be a 0, 5, 2, 7, 4, or 9. But I did not believe that there would be a 7, a 5, a 4, or a 9. I thought it would be one of the common lowest winning digits, which is a 0 or a 2. So that's what I put in there, was right here, 0 and 2. Okay. And then I got rid of this. I put in C, and then I put in what I thought it would be for the highest winning digits. Okay. Mind you, here's the winner right here, 2, 4, 5 boxed. And see, then I went over to the C position. Okay, because you have to do them separately, because it can be either the A or the C. I'm not saying it's both, but one of these would fall in the A or the C, if not both. And actually, it did fall both. So the C position, I decided that it wouldn't be a 0, because that's just silly. I didn't think it'd be a 7. A 4 was possible, but I said, nah, it's too low. It doesn't happen that often. And then yes to a 9, and yes to a 5. So I put in the 5, and I put in the 9. And then I didn't know what the winner was, of course, but right here's the winner. So then what I did is I took these numbers here, copied them, brought them over to the slasher over here, okay? And then I did what I just showed you. I put in the 0 and the 2, and I copied that and put that over there, and that brought me down very low, very low. And then I did a few other things. So that's how I did it. Now here, let me refresh this here. There it is, see? So VTRAX AC. Remember, this is for the AC. So the A and the C, okay? So 2, 4, 5, okay? So 2 is the A, and then the C is the 5, because this is pre-sorted. So this is the straight win, but here is the position for the AC. So 2, 5, okay? Just like 1, 8, 1, 3, or like this one, 8, 5. No, it's 3, 8, because in box form, that's 3, 5, 8. So it's the first one and the last one, AC. So there's the 2, 5, and I knew there's a high chance for a 0 or 2, and I really actually thought it would be the 2, because the 2 has not hit here as the lowest winning digit in a while. Heck yeah, for a while. And to top it off, some 11 was due, and that was it. But I'm going to show you. So this is what you can do. So I'm going to show you today. I'm going to just do this live. So look at this. Wisconsin midday. I'm going to go for the 14 through 17 sum. Okay. It's out 12. Remember when it was out 11? Or what was it out? I can't remember. I got that win. So here, I'm going to go for this one. All right. 14 through 17. Now, if you look at the midday combined, it's only out 2. So, sometimes looking at them separately can give you more information. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going for the 14, 17. Win or lose, I don't care. So, and then looking at the sums, I'm going to show you something here. You'll notice here is 11. I had the 11 up here because I've been messing around with this current info. A lot of times you just, 500 draws. Oh, look, 23 and 21 are both yellow. And, but look at the times they've been out for. How do you know that's not going to go to 120? And this is it can go to 425, I mean, it is what it is. If you can play the sums good and you know that sums higher ones are going to hit, then, good for you. But I've been learning that if you drop this thing down, it gives you a more realistic view. You could just go over to the special group, to the special filter too, and just do it on there. 25. See, 25 gives you 11. I think the 11 was up here yellow at this time period last night. So I said last night, it's still tonight. But anyway, so see, when you go to 25 draws, you got 14 at the top. You got 17 and 13. That's much more realistic. Okay, now if you get down into like 20, 14, 17, 13, 12, that's way more realistic, right? Than going up to 500 and trying to play the 23, 21, So I'm thinking I'm going to start writing down 10-day things. 10 draws seems a little low. I'm thinking 20, 25, 50, or whatever. Writing these down just to see how the difference between them and how often and how accurate it is at different time frames. So that's why I'm breaking that down a little bit more. And let's see what else was there. 1, 6, and 13. Let me see what that was here. Refresh that. Oops, previous. Yep, see, 13 was at the top. See that? 13 was at the top. And I think in the evening, if I'm right, I think 9 is yellow in the evening. So 9 was not used yet. That 9 should be getting used up pretty soon. But that's evening specific. And look at 2. 2 has been out 26 draws. That's a long time. I feel like that's a long, long time. If you look at that. So that's what we're talking about here. SB pairs. There's a 2 right there, but this is midday. So I'm thinking this is midday alone. So we got 26 draws that's been out for. That is these 3 box pairs. One of these should be coming up pretty soon here because these recycle a lot very quickly. Okay, so let's look at this. So when I just had at the top of the page here, you don't see any 2s. 2s are pink. Drop it down. There's that 2 right there. 1123 was the last one I think it hit. And then, and this is midday specific. So, and let's drop it down again. 2's right there. 2's right there. 2, 2, 2, 2, So it's not like it's, see how it just drops in there? Same situation, just all the states will do the exact same thing with very little variation. See that? I was hoping to give you one more. But that 2, this one went from 6-3 to 6-17. And let's see what is currently. Currently, there hasn't been a 2 since 1123. So, I'm not saying I'm going to put it all in on that, but man, if you do, and you know it's coming, that's only 3 boxed pairs. So you can look at keys and do and stuff like that. And I do think to go along with this, there's going to be a yellow because show you this. This is midday alone. And look at this. No yellow in 4 draws. And look at how often yellow hits. 4 draws it was out. Other than that, it's 3s and 2s, 1s. And we're going all the way back. Oh, went out 4 again. Back to June. You know, imagine if this was 300 draws. I bet it would even go, probably keep going another month or 2. So I'm thinking yellow. So yellow is my go-to for tomorrow. I'm going to start for yellow, and yellow maybe dropping on the front here on the straight pattern too, because look at this. Look at this. So it hasn't hit since the 7th. There hasn't been a yellow on the front, and look at the yellow. Eh? Look at that. It's coming back. It's coming back. And remember, yellow on the front. If you believe a yellow on the front is going to hit without even knowing anything else. I mean, I don't remember what exactly that is, but I can tell you right now. So let's just pretend that a yellow is going to hit on the front. Not any of this stuff. And let's do straight, not boxed. So, okay. So we're going to hit start on that. And I just did blue. So let's do yellow. Let's get rid of this one. So AB yellow. How many does it give you straight? 300. So one of these should be coming up here for Wisconsin pretty quick here. So that's something I'll keep an eye on, because once they're out like this, I know they're coming back. And you can go look at every state. It's the same thing. Very little variation. But I focus on the lower key 0, 1, 2, and 3 pretty much exclusively. There hasn't been a BPY in 10 draws. I'm kind of just doing this as I go in my own head. This is how I look at things here. So I'm going for the yellow. All right. Now, do I think the yellow is going to come with another color? Because that really helps. Is the yellow and pink going to come together? There hasn't been a yellow and pink here for a little while. Looking at yellow and pink come back. And that would give me the, what I was just thinking with maybe that pattern too. I procrastinate too much, but I think there's going to be a good chance for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up my option box here, and I'm going to get rid of this for now, because I just don't know about, no evens or no all odds. Because all evens and all odds, I think one of those is going to be coming here. So, but look at this. If I do pattern 2, just pattern 2, that starts you off with only 30 box numbers. And if I had to pick out of this for tomorrow, I would say 0, 7, 9 boxed. Maybe 3, 5, 6 boxed. Yeah. 2. No, I don't like that one. I'm just looking at my cheat sheet here and seeing what I find. I'm not really seeing much. But that's if you do just pattern 2. But I'm not saying do that. But, you could. I'm going to do pre-sorted A. Already got 0, 1, 2, and 3, so it has to be that. So, and I am not going to do that, though. I'm going to start off with 164 box numbers, and there was a double yesterday, so it'll probably be a single. But let me look at this. Let me show you something here in the new filter department here. Check this out. Cynthia OX box. All right, because that's what we're looking at here. Look at, it's been out 7 draws. I think that's the longest it's been. Typically only a lot less than that there. So let's do, it goes back to 9/11. This gives you 200. Now, if you look at midday, alone. Let's see, he's been on 5. Looking for about 7 or more. Or 5. Yeah, it's coming. I think that's a really good one to play. The Cynthia OX box. And what is that? Well, it's right here. Cynthia XO. And then you do pre-sorted AC. You got to remember that because that's the one I'm looking at is the AC. All right. See that? Right there. So what I do is go over here to distribution or frequency chart and copy this. I do OX because that's what I'm tracking because that hits the most, as I showed in a different video, in that particular group. And then what I do is I go over here and I will drop it into my numbers. And I will hit start. Down to 82 box numbers for tomorrow. I think there's a high chance for that one to hit. Looking at keys that are due, I think a 6, 7, or a 9 should be coming up here. I'll show you why. 6 and 9 on the front, and that is a part of the same A track or neighbor. So remember, that's how I play. That's how I look at this stuff. So let me show you. So let's go to numbers, go to V tracks, and let's go down to A tracks. A tracks right there. See that? See that gap? I don't necessarily just come in here and be like, oh, play the gap, because I've learned that can burn you too. You got to know when to jump in on this. And right now it's out 6, and this stands for a 6 or a 9 or a combination of both. And right now it's out 6. So let's see, how long is this out? 6. Yeah, Halloween. You're looking at a 6 or a 9 tomorrow. I think there's a great chance for that. Good chance for that. Now, if you go to midday alone, you will notice that there is a 7 due. 7 just kind of gets thrown in the mix there, but that's only midday alone. It could happen, So what I do is just be a little safer. I really do think there'll be a 6 or a 9 tomorrow. Let's do 6, 7, 9. The highest digit. I like the 266 here before we go any further. I like it. Now let's see here. I don't know about that one, but that's how I start. So I got did I put the pink in here? I didn't even do the yellow in here, did I? Thought I did. I didn't. All right, copy the yellow because I like to look at the actual numbers. I break it down to 30 numbers. What are the chances? Really high chance, I think, for a 6, 7, or a 9. Of course, the 0, 1, 2, or 3. Now, could it be a 4 or 5 on the A? Yeah, in box form, but I don't care. You gotta start somewhere, and a majority of them, as I've shown, and you can see anywhere else, the majority is 0, 1, 2, and 3, and focus on that 0 and 1. Really, 0 and 1 don't stay out more than a few draws. Look at it. It's just nonstop. I ain't playing that 4 and 5. I don't care if it hits. If it hits, I lose. So what? I'm gonna win more than I'm gonna lose. So if I play these 0, 1, 2, 3. Now I always like to say like sums too. Play the sums like 8 through 18, but really specifically like 10 through like 16 or so. But I got some really good information for all data I'm going to show later too on pairs, but I don't think I'm going to try to squeeze that into this video. I'm just breaking down Wisconsin. So we are down to 30 box numbers. So what are the chances of the XO Cynthia box hit? Probably pretty good. Got the yellow in there. We got the 6, 7, or 9. See how this comes together? We're down to 30 numbers already. 30 box numbers. And that 2 is just lingering around. Maybe that 2, huh? Okay, I'm not going to sit there and do sums. I'm not going to break that. I'm not going to sit there and... Because I ain't seeing nothing over here right now. You got to check out... I said 14 through 17. And that's what I'll do. It's 14 through 17. Add that in there right now. I don't care. I'm doing it. 14 15, oops, 15, 16, and 17. Look at maybe add a couple random ones that I think could hit, but down to 14. Let's just take a look once, because I thought I'd seen something I did like. 500 draws, 500, you got 11. 11 just hit, so gonna repeat? Probably not. 500 draws, let's do 20 draws. 14, 17, there's, how about that 12 and 13? You can never count that out that long, can you? I think I'll add that in there. I think I'm going to add that in there. And since the 11, yeah, I'm going to do that anyway. I'm going to do that. Be a little safer. 23 numbers. That'll work. All right. Now let's go ahead and copy this. I'm going to show you something I do. I like to do is go to Lottodds. Even anybody doing the Lottodds pick four pool. Very cool. Thanks to David. Cool contests and prizes and stuff. I'll probably talk about that later on a different video. It's pick four, and you could do day and evening. And he's giving away a brand new iPhone 14 Pro, so you can get in on that action. It's free for now. The contests are free, so eventually they're going to start to pick four again and be able to actually work as a team and start getting some wins. So I'm pretty excited. I got some stuff up my sleeve for pick four. I've been kind of holding it myself, and just because, I mean, sometimes you got to do that. And I've been trying to break some stuff down, work some stuff, but I'm always willing to share, once I get things sorted out. So, but yeah, pretty excited about that. Let's go over to this page. Open up a fresh one here. I'm going to drop it into Lottodds, my numbers for Wisconsin. Why not? For fun. See what I see over here. We're going to switch this to box form. Now we're looking at box form. There's that 2, 4, 5. And anything sticking out right away, I'm going to say that if I switch it so it's just showing me daytime, you'll notice LLC, all truff. I'll definitely get rid of that since it repeated, LLC, and I would get rid of all truff. We're down to 17 box numbers for tomorrow, and I'm not going to say I see much else right now, but let me look at this one. 1, 1, 2, and a 2 on the back here, and an 8 some, 8 pair. All spike. That sucker, I don't take that out anymore. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. So there's this all lines. I knew that was going to hit. I just knew it. All line or LCC. So LCC hasn't hit though. So LCC, I'm thinking that is up to bat real soon here. So what if I did just LCC? That'd be interesting to see. There you go. Oh, there's that 266 still. I don't really like these numbers, but I don't get attached to any one number any longer. I go with what the patterns are showing. So these ones here, I'd say my favorite would be 266. But I don't know if it's going to be a double back-to-back. I don't know. But that's what I'm doing for Wisconsin. And if you don't want to do Lottodds, this is where I do pretty much everything. And I got a couple minutes here, so I'm going to share something else. The main thing is I want to share tonight was this here. This is so useful, looking for keys. So, starting off with the V-Tracks, I'm going to show you this. I found some other stuff too I'll share later on the V-Tracks that are really cool. So, Wisconsin V-Tracks, you'll see it doesn't really show me a freaking thing, but let's just go to pre-sorted AB. Here we go, pre-sorted AB. So remember, this is a 0 or a 5, and this is a 3 or 8. So I'm thinking that a 0 or a 3 in the front could happen, or a 5 or an 8 on the B. But then again, this is AB, so 3 could hit. So it could be either one of those for any of those positions, really. I was thinking this was C. But look at this now. So 4 and 4. So they've both been out 4. Oh my gosh. You got to look and say, how often do they stay out together like this? So 4 and 4. So let's go down the line here. So look, we come to this 11, but it doesn't, you can't count that because you can see here that there was hits within that, and it was only out actually 3, or no, 2. And keep going, not 8 because there's hits, right? Not 6 because there's hits over here. Same situation, so I get lost where I am. Okay, we're looking at 4. Not 7 because there's hits. Not 6. Oh, here we go. This one did go out. So 6. So it went out 6 draws together. So it could go out a little bit more, but that's not the norm. I mean, not the norm at all. So it might not, but I'm thinking tomorrow there is a good chance for the A to be a 0 or a 3. Okay. And then I'm thinking that the B could be the 3, and it could be the 5, and it could be the 8, but I don't think it would be the 0. So that's what I'm thinking. So tomorrow, 3, 5, or 8 in the middle, maybe, or a 0, 3 on the A for pre-sorted. See how I'm doing that? And you can find ones that are better than this. I'm just showing you an example. I don't really do it again. Pre-sorted AC. That's one I showed you earlier. Let's do A tracks. Here we go. A tracks for the AC. 1 and 2 are both out the longest. Try to find something like that. That doesn't show me much. Go to neighbors. Neighbors. Oh, here we go. Neighbors. Okay. So this is something I do. Neighbors 4 is out. Okay. Neighbors 4 is out. 7. Now, what I do is go back to A tracks. And what was the major one? It's 2. 2 is out. Okay. There's a good chance that one of those will hit tomorrow. And the A tracks, actually I wrote down 2 because I tend to get so many numbers in my head I forget what everything is. So the 2 is a 6 or a 9, which I said I do think there's going to be a 6 or 9. Actually, I think it's so good, I'm going to remove the 7 because I really do think there's going to be a 6 or 9. There could be a 7 too, but that's what I'm going for. Is that I still like this one here or this one here. Okay, so that's a 6 or a 9, and then if you look at it, get over back to it. Okay, and then the neighbors. What was the neighbors? Neighbors 4. Neighbors 4 is a 6 or a 7. Yeah. So that one could be either. So that could be either. It could be that 6 or 7 or 6 or 9. See, I wish there were 2. I wish there were 4 opposite numbers. That'd be perfect. Oh, it'd be so perfect if it's like 6 and 9, 0 and 5. So this one here, it's like I'd like to say, oh, the common denominator is 6. 6 is going to hit, and it could, but it could also be that 7 that's kind of just hanging around. You know what I mean? So once again, a 6, 7, or 9 is probably a better choice. Okay, a minute. I'm going to have to shut this down. So that's what I'm going to start with, though. Start with the yellow. Pick your keys carefully using the V-tracks, neighbors, and A-tracks. Don't just pick them because they're out the longest. Pair them up, and then break it down in here. You can look at these. You can look at the BC. Keep it pre-sorted, and you can really see a lot in this. Here we go, pre-sorted BC. We have A-tracks 2 out, and A-tracks 2 is a 6 or 9. See? All right, there's going to be a 6 or 9 coming up here on the BC. One of them, either the B or the C, I think. So, coming up. So, anyway, the video is going to end because I'm out of time. So, Wish I could talk more on that, but I'll probably do another one on a different thing. So, all right. Have a good day.